Schizoaffective disorder, bipolar type is what I got diagnosed with around 2008 in Tucson, Arizona, in jail, and in Pima County. Yeah, that's right. Schizoaffective disorder, bipolar type. And they started giving me all these kinds of fucking medicines and shit like that. Then I wouldn't comply with treatment because I didn't want to go to group. So they took away the medicine. And that's jail. Because in like the civilian world, when you're out of jail, they don't want to stop giving you the fucking medicine. They'll give it to you for free. They'll give you insurance and social security for disability, shit like that. And I don't get much. I just get a grand, $1,000, and I have to pay like rent, not rent here, at the house. But the thing about that is I have to pay them for all the hospitalizations I've been to. They give me a discount, but still, man, I only went $1,000, and I got like bills over like a grand here, a grand there, a grand here, a grand there. It's like fucking over $7,000 that I have to pay them for like 2,000 here, 2,000 there. Like over 10,000 grand I have to fucking pay them for all the places I've been to. And I do that in payments, and I barely make enough just to get by and eat and stuff like that. But they overclassify my disorder. It's like what it is that I see holograms, I hear voices, and they don't understand that the holograms are real. It's almost like animation. It's almost like something puts them there and shit like that. And the voices you hear are like it could be from women to men to boys and girls, like, and stuff like that. And the thing about that is that they don't believe the blackouts are real. That you can black out for 3 months and only wake up a few minutes in between here and there, where it goes against the psychiatric beliefs of that they don't believe the blackouts are real and shit like that. And it's like, shit, dude. I mean, if you're a real human like me, if you want to call me human, like I said before, I don't know what I am inside this body. I don't think. I think these are just like what a teacher once said, systems. That you got your endocrine system, skeletal system, and stuff like that, and then organs and stuff like that. And they're all systems, like the circulatory system. It means it was put together by I would like to say genius, but like some sort of madman or some shit like that. But it wasn't a madman. I think it's something smaller than a microbe that put humans together, and it can't be seen by a microscope. And if it can, you don't know that what it is that's putting all these animals together, all these plants, like classifying them for like nutrients and stuff like that. Because I believe whatever put together the humans is kind of like something small that acts in numbers in a small scale and multiplied and to a whole bunch of like small organisms that put you together and stuff like that. But as for the blackouts, I mean, the hallucinations look like holograms, but at times they look so real when you're not taking medication that the holograms turn into movies, or for instance, movies of, I've said in other videos, but like one of the holographic images that I got one time were like 10 girls in a stairway. And my stairway is to like the north part of the house, not including the garage, but it's like the north inside my house, the north side that leads to the basement. But there was like another stairway that would extend from the closet, kind of where the stairway is, and these naked women. I knew they were hallucinations, and I'm like, hell yeah, the women were like kissing each other, and they were naked and shit like that, and I have to admit that I got off on it. You know what I'm saying? To put it shortly. But it was really exciting, the way they look like ghosts. They were like white as hell and shit like that, you know. And the thing about that was that, like I said about the rat looked real. It was like I could feel that thing touching me with its tail and shit like that. Like it felt like a scorpion. It didn't sting or nothing like that, but I could feel it in my cramp my hand and shit like that. But theoretically, they don't know what I have because I block out and I prove that I do, but they don't think that I was blocking out when I was at the state hospital here in Utah, in Provo. They didn't think I was blacking out. And I wasn't really communicating that aspect till I started finding out what to call it. I would call it dissociation, time lapses, and stuff like that. But I got really skinny at the state hospital because I won my case. I said I didn't hear voices, I didn't see things, and that's all it takes for them to leave you alone. And you win your cases by saying you don't hear voices and you don't see things, and you win your case. It's almost like they didn't even diagnose you because they diagnose you with something that is uncurable. It cannot be cured. Whatever it is that you have, it cannot be cured. And it goes against their beliefs when you tell them that you black out. That you black out for 3 months and woke up a few minutes in between here and there and you hallucinate your ass off, of like, whatever it is that you hallucinate, Like, for instance, you might watch videos with your eyes. And even on medication, I've seen Vampire Hunter D, the first one, the first cartoon that came out. I watched it with my eyes closed. Out of nowhere, I could start picturing right now where there's like this wind that comes out of nowhere, where Count Magnus Lee extends his cape. I don't know if he does or not. That's what I'm watching right now. And Doris just, the blonde girl, she's just, you could just see her, the back of her, and you can see the front of the vampire. So I'm watching that right now again. But like I said before, I hardly watch it, but every now and then, like back in the day, I would see almost the whole animated movie without words and stuff like that, and it was just pictures. So you can see cartoons with your eyes that you never seen before, or like an example that I was gonna say, but I didn't want to say because I didn't want to offend the guy. But it's like one of the Jonas Brothers' girlfriend. She's like she was in the Game of Thrones or some shit like that. I didn't know. I never watched this show, but I'm sure it's good. I just don't have time. I don't have HBO or whatever it is on. On but she was like walking by a park, but it was like really real. I was just closing my eyes and it was like a video that was being played. And then out of nowhere, but she was wearing like a really short skirt and like she looked really sexy and stuff like that. And out of nowhere, the image just started changing, and I started hearing words where they called me a clown. Not me, or somebody who put the images in my eyes. It's like animation. Like animation is in your eyes, and it's almost done on purpose to confuse you or something like that. And I know where they said payasos, and they started like having brawls trying to cover her up and shit like that, with people fighting like to protect her and stuff like that and shit like that, and as for the Jonas Brothers, I never really heard their music, I just know they were famous, and like all I know is that one of the songs that I sang in Colonia Juarez, Mexico, by Casas Grandes area, Chihuahua, was that I'm the one that sang the first lyrics of Only Human. So I don't know if they heard it over my phone or it's espionage or something like that. But the first the first words of Only Human is, I don't want this night to end. It's closing time, so leave with me again. Yeah, you have all my love to spend. Oh, let's find a place where happiness begins. And when I sang that song, I was like sick to my stomach, but I was like hallucinating a blonde couple who were gonna procreate. And I was sick to my stomach and I didn't feel good by saying that song about hallucination.